Hello everybody, it's me, TONIK TZW here in the Tier 5 Japanese premium battleship, the Hyuga, and no matter what we do, we just can't drag this team to victory. In fact, we go kicking and screaming all the way to defeat. And God, I'm shaking my head, SMH, because I just couldn't believe how this game panned out. But let's get into it. We spawn here across on Seacap. We've got a destroyer and a cruiser with us. Now, the thing is with battleships is they're big and slow. And although you will see me sort of backing up a little bit there, it's to get a slightly better angle on my turn. I'm not backing up to the edge of the map like some people do. I do have good range on the Hyuga. We do have those reload boosters as well for the main battery. But I am going to cover this destroyer as he pushes into the cap. And I'm thinking all my guns plus a reload booster, if he pushes into that cap and gets contested, then we can welly whatever goes in against him. But this destroyer is going to make some decisions that are again going to have me shaking my head in utter disbelief. So there we go. It is a Pensacola. And you'll have seen from the start that this is a four kill game, and that Pensacola is going to be the blight of me, because he realizes he's got a Hugo in front of him. He's bow on, but we do go full salvo on him, and we get a reasonable chunk of 11,000 off his health. We hit the reload booster thinking we can finish him quick and easy. The destroyer has gone onto the cap. It's contested. It is a kamikaze out there, but this Pensacola is going to escape my clutches and survive long enough to have somebody else take the kill. There we go. The Budyoni gets it for first blood after we do just under 20,000 damage to the damn thing. Now our destroyer, instead of getting the red team destroyer spotted, decides that he's going to go and try and torpedo the Dallas, and he gets himself spotted and he gets slapped around a bit. And destroyer versus a Dallas on guns, yes mate, that was never going to work out. You'll see that we've lost our other destroyer from the other side of the map, so red team have a significant advantage here in that there is a kamikaze there right in front of me. I can't get onto the Dallas. There is a cruiser pushing out to try and get guns on the Dallas. This other cruiser is pushing in, and the ships that are on B cap are going to decide that they don't want to be anywhere near there, and they are going to start a lemming train all the way round to C-Cap, which is absolutely awesome and no use to blue team whatsoever. There are 4 ships against 1 across on A-Cap, and I'm looking and we are barely 3 minutes into the game here. In fact, 2 minutes into the game, 3 minutes, I don't know, but I'm looking at this and thinking this is already turning into a complete bag of cockwombles. What the hell are we going to do? So we have no option. The cruiser is pushing into the cap. We know there's a kamikaze out there, but I figure out the only way that we're going to get this kamikaze is if we push in and turn this cap and do what we can to get him spotted. We see torpedoes coming across there, which means the kamikaze is going away from the cap. That gives us a little bit of safety, and these 2 cruisers are going to focus on that Dallas. He's no risk, you know. He has to come out from behind that hill to get his guns on us. There is a destroyer out here that needs to be spotted and killed. Please stop being a complete bunch of plums and trying to chase something that is taking itself out of the game, and we can pick up and squeeze later on when he pokes his nose around the corner. But no, they are going to continue bludgeoning that Dallas toe to toe, nose to nose. There's the battleships and things from B Cap behind us. They've given up on A, they've given up on B. I'm now spotted by the Cami, and all I can hope is that I'm far enough away from him to be out of torpedo range. I'm literally any second I'm expecting the beep 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 of torpedoes coming in. And the thing with playing a battleship, it is a thinking man's game. Destroyers are fast-paced, dynamic, thinking on the fly, reacting to a situation, moving position, and torpedoes, guns, captures, resets, fires, floods, the whole kit and caboodle. Battleships are a completely different game, especially for me. I am playing with my throttle, I'm speeding up, I'm slowing down, I'm trying to think about where I can be best positioned to avoid any torpedoes from this kamikaze. But this kamikaze's got his head screwed on straight. We get a Fuso spotted out there, and it's like, okay, he's been sitting at the back waiting to shoot through on B-Cap. I'm still spotted by this Kami. I'm absolutely bricking it because the Kamikaze is an awesome destroyer. I love playing it myself, and I have had a number of 5, 6 kill games in it. I don't think I've had a 7 yet, but I've definitely had a couple of 6 kill games in it, and it accounts for quite a few of my Krakens. It is a murder boat. We have lost 4 ships to red teams too. The Fuso makes an appearance through the gap of the island. We put a full salvo on him. The Kami is obviously on B-Cap. There's also a Fubuki out there somewhere. That's a lot of Japanese torpedoes, but we get a good hit on that Fuso, and we spot the Gorky. And I say, Jesus, okay, the rest of the team are sat here behind me. I'm leading the charge, and I'm by no means a hero. Certainly, I'm not expecting to survive much longer in this game, not with 2 destroyers out there. There's a complete cluster going on behind me, and I just don't know which way I need to be going. I'm thinking, do I push around to the back of the map, or do I perhaps take a shot at that Montecacholi? Let's have a look. We're still spotted. Montecacholi's there. Let's put a salvo on him, see what we can do. How are those going to land? Should we have a look? Plop, plop, plop. Quite a good little hit on him, but he drops detection. There he is again. He's now bow in. We've used the reload booster to get that second salvo off, but as he dips into his smoke, he's going to disappear, and that is going to give him a little bit of a respite from our big guns. Now, there is a Fuso there. I can't remember if it's Texas or New York. There is an American battleship out there. I'm spotted, still spotted by the destroyers. There's the Montecacholi. He's overrun a smoke screen, and we're going to try and ripple some shots in on him over the top of that island. But he's going to get away with that by the skin of his teeth. The cruisers are pushing now, and I'm still expecting torpedoes to come at any time. I'm a big fat target. You know, if I was in a destroyer and there was a Hugo sailing around here and there was no risk of being bumped by any DDs, I would be hunting the big ship, getting into a position. But the Fubuki goes out to our La Galicianaire. I see torpedoes coming through there. That's all 9 from the Fubuki. And I'm hoping that I can avoid all of these. I'm not quite certain. I don't want to give up too much of an angle to that Fuso, but I do need to turn to shoot through the middle of these. Fuso's not quite broadside. We elevate the shots a bit because he is slightly angled away from us. And we see the Gorky as well. I've got 4 turrets left. It's going to be pretty much a blind shot. Is it? Is it? Yep, it's a blind shot. But guess what? Mr. Gorky's going to learn the hard way. Because, chunk, there's a Citadel on him. He's going to think twice now because we've just taken more than half his hit points off him. I see the cruiser spotted there to the north of the island, and I'm going to play cautiously here because it's a Japanese cruiser, long-range torpedoes, hard-hitting. There's still a kamikaze out here. I can't afford to trade too many hit points. But looking at the minimap, there is a destroyer back on C cap. The battleship, which started on B, has sailed all the way down, back around, through C, and is now facing a kamikaze. It is his worst nightmare. He is not going to survive that engagement. So we've got the Fuso. We know we've got a Japanese cruiser just behind this island. We've got the Gorky still out there. There's the kamikaze spotted. That battleship should have had HE loaded for the last 5 minutes, knowing that there was a destroyer on that capture point. Gorky thinks he's going to have a pop at us and doesn't do much. So we are going to fire 2 turrets at him. Ba-bomb. But he's on the brakes. How are we going to do? We're going to land them? No. Miss. Dispersion's nasty. Turret adjusters. Let's get those 2 off over there as well, because he's backing up now. He hasn't got the hit points. We take our first kill of the game at 71,000 damage. It is a New Mexico, not a New York or a whatever else it was I said. And so I know I've got 2 battleships and a cruiser. We know where the destroyer is. We've got 2 cruisers. If anything, both those cruisers should be going back and trying to clatter that cami, because I'm the big guns. I feel a little bit selfish saying this, but if they can keep that cami away from me, I can stay alive and I can do things like this to the big ships and absolutely slap them and pick up a high caliber 93,000 damage. I'm still cautious about pushing forwards past this island because I don't want to get torpedoed by this cruiser. In hindsight, I'm a little bit overcautious and we could have dealt with this a lot quicker. RNG is going to give me a couple of funny rolls of the dice here, because those shells go to the wind. I turn to give up a bit more broadside. New Mexico fires on me as well and does a decent bit of damage to me. But for whatever reason, full broadside again, barely tickle him. But we're up to 104,000 damage. We're going to push in now. I've been spotted again. I think I've been spotted the whole damn game. But I'm looking up for where this cruiser might be. I don't want to take torpedoes. Literally, I'm just thinking I can't potato here and sail broadside straight out. So I'm turning. I'm having to give up some broadside to the New Mexico. Again, I barely tickle him with 2 turrets. He gets a good hit on me, but I've got 4 turrets there. We citadel him and get him off the map. I'm praying to God that our 2 cruisers will have an ounce of sense in their heads and try to find that kamikaze, but I'm afraid their heads are so far up their backsides. I don't know what they're doing. There's the Ioba. He is angled to me, and although he was in game earlier, he does now appear to be AFK. I pick up a Confederate, and then I pick up kill number 3 with a Dev Strike on 144,000 damage. We are picking up the medals. We're on a cap. We've got the Fuso. There's only the Fuso and the kamikaze left. Those 2 cruisers could be pushing a cap, but the time is running down and red team have got pretty much double the points that we have, because blue team just did nothing about the capture points earlier on in the game. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Domination. The caps are what will win you this game, because it's giving you points without having to kill things. Fuso, I'm sorry mate, but you're next. I've had enough of this. I know I can't win this game, not by any means possible, but you are also not going to survive. We hit him for a citadel. There we go. A whisker under 171,000 damage. We've got a solo cap already, but that was taken back by the kamikaze. As it's a destroyer, it's the last one left in the game. I'm loading high explosive. I'm turning this capture point. So we're swinging it around I'm hoping that one of these two cruisers can get it spotted, but we're in the last minute of the game. We are 340 points down. That is how much difference these capture points can make. It is a phenomenal lead that Red Team have. I have done everything that I can to drag this team to victory as far as I can see, but a lot of this team have dragged us kicking and screaming into a total annihilating defeat on points. I'm just going to blind fire anywhere on the map there and pray that I might get lucky and hit myself a kamikaze, but it's way too late. The last few seconds tick down off the clock. He's not going to get himself a solo warrior, but he does take the win for his team. So well played, Kamikaze, on moving around the map, doing pretty much exactly what I would do, but I would have hit a few of the big ships as well. 170,919 Confederate Dev Strike high caliber, 4 kills, 2166 base XP, which is what, 8 over 800 base XP more than second place. The Budyoni picks up 3 kills. The Legal picks up 1, which is that Pensacola at the start, denying me a Kraken. But there we go. You can't win them all. It's a bit of a spud run, but I hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if it's your first time past here, and if you want to, click on one of these other links and hang around and watch something else. Until next time, take care and goodbye.